have them, they are there and they're with you. And it's like, it's like I have to get around to writing this, but like there are a bunch of retired porn stars on Twitch, and they're great. They just stream video games, but like their audiences are huge, right? And it's like, where did they get those audiences? Obviously from doing porn. But it's like it doesn't matter when it translates into subs and bits and
Yeah,
stuff, and like
yeah,
people are
yeah.
there genuinely for the person. Like it's cool. I think that's one of the cool things about online. Anyway, this is
I
a
know.
huge digression. This is a very long
No, this is
digression.
what conversation
But
is all about, baby. Let's come on
yeah,
now.
you're right. I feel like it's a conversational day. We're having a conversation day. This is a conversation episode. But I do want to talk about Valorant because I need to know what happened.
Okay.
I know there were some nerfs and some buffs, and I don't
Yes.
know anything about who got nerfed, who got buffed.
Yes.
But I do want to say, Gabe, do you know the story of nerfing? Do you know how that came to be? This is when you say no.
Uh,
This is when you say
I
no.
mean, yeah, Bijan, you want to tell me why? Why?
I
What is
do.
nerfing?
I
Where to
do.
start? Please.
1997. Picture it. 97.
Okay. 97.
We're
Good
back in
year.
the day. Everything's still good. You could still get Fruitopias, man. Ultima Online comes out, and
Mm,
uh,
mm,
the devs didn't balance the game right, so swords were just super fucking OP,
mhm,
just hugely OP. So everyone started using swords, and
mhm.
everyone else was mad about it. And then the devs found out, and they were like, "Oh shit, we got to reduce that strength," and so they did. And the guy who did it, one of the guys who did it, this guy Raf Koster, who is a legend, says on his blog, for the record, the term nerfing entered online gaming vocabulary because of Ultima Online. At some point, we reduced the power of swords in melee combat, and players started complaining that they were hitting each other with nerf swords. The rest is history. Like that's it. I
I
love it.
mean,
Anyway, tell me about what happened in Valorant, bro.
that transition. So Valorant just got its rank mode about 2 weeks ago, and rank
Okay.
is the only thing that matters. No, I can't even play
Oh
casual
my
games with
god.
my friends anymore. They like last
Dude,
time I'm trying to play with my friends on my DGen server, and I'm like, yo, let's just play some unrated because I have like I'm not at least gold ranking or silver ranking to play with them yet.
uh-huh.
And they were just like, nah, what's your ranking, bro? We can't play with you. I'm like, dude, we can't just play unrated. No, only ranked, only ranked. Like everybody's trying to prove themselves so hard in a beta.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's not even like the official full release yet, and it's blowing my
Okay.
mind. Like, calm down a little bit. But the nerfs came to the game, and I have the list from Polygon because my brain will not be able to hold everything in.
Polygon.com? Is your brain smooth
Polygon.com.
too? Is your brain smooth too,
Not
bro?
smooth, but it can be. Not all the wrinkles can hold
Mhm.
the water in them. Uh,
Yeah.
so the major things that changed in this balance update, this nerfing, whatever. The key thing that you may be familiar with if you play CS:GO, which is very important for these types of games,
Mhm.
is how you shoot and when you shoot. So it's not like Call of Duty where you can just spray and pray and just run and run and run and run and run,
Mhm.
and your shots are accurate. That's not the case. With this one, with these kind of games, these CS:GO S games, you have to do a full stop when you're shooting for your shot to be accurate. So
Oh,
for
interesting.
for before the recent patch, the time between when you're accurate and not accurate was like almost non-existent, where you could just swing on people and get kills, and swinging on people is just like,
Mhm.
oh, he's around the corner, let me just jump around, pop, like, and you could be doing a full momentum swing, um which gave birth to something else in Valorant, which was, hey, let's hold shift, which will slow your
Mhm.
walking down and just do that most of the map because you have almost 100% accuracy. So they did a couple of those patches where the time between that, like you have to do a very close, hard stop in order to get that shot off. You can't just swing on people,
Mhm.
which is going to be great for like new players, quality of life. Cause like, oh my God, why can't I get kills?
Hey.
Well, because you're just getting dumped on every time. And then there was some changes to some of the champs, heroes, the valors that came through. We're going to ignore weapon changes because like,
Yeah, that's too
whatever.
much. That's too deep for this show.
That's too big.
Well, go
Uh,
in on online culture, but not
no,
not
we're not
like
gonna
weapon
break
buffs.
down spray patterns and like, well, this is the gun you want to use at this time, and what's the push. So Sage, who is by far the best character in the game, she has amazing utility. She can put up a wall, stop all the team from
Mhm.
pushing. She has 2 slow orbs that can slow your entire team. She can res somebody at any given moment when she has her ult,
What?
and she has a self heal that regenerates throughout the game that she can use on
That
herself or anybody else.
that's fucking
She's
OP. That's
she
OP.
has so you have to play a game with her. Like you can, it's very difficult. For not saying it's very difficult for you to win, but it's very dumb for you not to have her on your team. She
Right.
just brings too much value. Like you can leave a site and she can hold the site by herself. So everybody, of course, uses her. Now the changes that came to her were the slow orb zone duration, as I said, got decreased from 9 seconds to 7 seconds. Doesn't sound like a big difference, but that's almost 10 seconds of you having to wait for an area to not be
Mhm.
slowed down so you can get through quickly. Which can mess up an entire push. Then you have slow
Yeah.
orb amount decreased from 65 to 50%, which means the spread when it lands, it creates like a little ice walk. That's got decreased in range. Then lastly, which is more important, Cypher, who his spy cam when destroyed, its cooldown got increased from 30 to 45 seconds. So Cypher can drop a camera in any given angle
Mhm.
and always see like what's going on right there, which is massive utility. And that's why people have him in the game on their team as well. He just has so much
Mhm.
information. Information is king. Um, so when you destroy that, you're affecting his cooldown on that ability, so you can't use it as frequently. And then also, I
Interesting.
guess the other conversation in there is they're patching Omen and Viper and trying to improve their abilities overall because apparently Omen and Viper aren't highly rated in the games. Like they're trying to put Omen, who is like this shadowy character. Myth plays him a lot on stream. You can see some
Mhm.
high tier plays from Myth. He's always smoking things off, so he can just sneak up on you, right? He's like a flanker and like an assassin essentially.
Cool.
Viper is very big on utility, where she's just smoking things with toxic smoke to close off like people from coming in or pushing her to be scared. Her ult, I think, is one of the best ults in the game, which creates this giant poison cloud that just covers an entire area, and it stays up as long as she's alive in there, which can like completely just mess your entire strategy up.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
never understood. Like I have a friend named Jeff, and I don't want to keep this going for too long. I'll just wrap it up a little bit.
I'm
I have a friend
fascinated.
have I have a friend named Jeff who I think is one of the best players I know in the game. He has really great aim, and he's a Viper man. He doesn't play anything else but Viper. He is the most scariest person to me to push ever because he can aim and he knows his character on such a deep level that
Mhm.
no thing he does is wasted. He knows when to pop a smoke. He knows where's the one way smokes. He knows how to hold off area. Like you can rest easy knowing that Jeff is super consistent. And I don't appreciate the disrespect people give Viper, like she's not valid. And that's it. That's my piece. That's my
That did not end anywhere near where I thought it would. I love that. I don't, because I mean, like, I don't know. This is what a beta's for, right? Like, you're supposed
yeah.
to figure out the nerfs and the buffs and who's like, who's good and who's not. Um, but the other thing about Valorant that happened this week was Riot banned nearly 9,000
Yeah.
cheaters.
Yeah. It's
Cheaters
over
got
9,000.
banned.
Let's
It's
go.
actually under 9,000, Gabe.
I know it's like 8,900 and like something,
Yeah,
whatever
which is
that is.
pretty cool. I mean, that's also so many cheaters for people who got invited to a
I love
closed
it.
beta.
I
Like, how many
love it.
people are playing this game right
Oh, wait,
now?
hold on, hold on, hold on,
I have
hold on.
no idea.
Hold on. Okay. Not everybody got invited to a closed beta. There was a small group of people got invited, and then they were giving out codes throughout the stream. So like anybody can get in the
Yeah,
game. It wasn't like they were
no,
select.
I understand. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's like how many of those were they giving it? And my point is
Yeah.
8,000 people seems like a lot. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of, because like how big is the player base right now? We
I
we
think the
don't
player
know.
base is somewhere north of 100,000. It's got to be north of 100,000.
So that's still 8%. Like that's a lot of fucking people.
I still have not ran into a single cheater, so I don't. I mean, me and my friends have been accused of cheating at times, which is just like, no, you just suck at the game, get better at it,
Okay,
um,
good.
get good at the end of the day. So I mean, it's good that they're pushing out these bans and stuff. I mean, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. They say cheaters never prosper, but it seems in video games they always find a way to wease through the cracks. Like CS:GO has had a consistent yearly, always an issue with cheaters. They always get in. You can't keep them
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Like the people who live on the internet are people who are made to hack, break in, figure out the best way to ruin somebody's day because they got sometimes nothing better else to do. So we'll see what happens in the future with the Vanguard
Yeah.
and see if Valor can keep these people out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's nice that they're doing something about it.